I don't want to see a document, I want to see YouTube. Finally. Okay, I give up. And I give up. Let's see if we can get rid of it and try another website. No! Oh my god, so how do I get out of this? Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and we are driving the 2017 Honda City today, and we are going to get you an in-depth look at the infotainment system, the car's navigation, and of course how it feels to drive. So without any further ado, here is the 2017 Honda City. So what we are going to take a look at right now is the in-car infotainment system, which also has maps with MapMyIndia. As you can see, it has a bunch of tiles which are clickable. It's a touchscreen interface. It's a 7-inch touchscreen, and you can customize the apps on the home screen itself. You can control the equalizer, your music from your phones, your contacts, calls, even an HDMI port there for those that are interested. But we'll quickly kick things off with the navigation and see if we can find our producer's house, which is where we're going to shoot this car. Let's see if it works with voice. Find place. Humayun's tomb. Humayun's tomb.
Sorry, commands not recognized.
Okay, so evidently it is not going to recognize a place like Humayun's tomb. So let's just see if we can find Humayun's tomb by actually typing it in. There we have it. We have Humayun's tomb, 4.2 kilometers away, and we are going to start directions. Set as destination, calculating route, and let's see what route it takes us. It has found the route, and we are going to start navigation, and I apparently need to take a U-turn to start with. Okay then. Oh no, the map turned around. Okay, so I thought we were facing the wrong way. Okay, yeah, this happens on Google Maps also, so it's not something that we've seen for the first time. Now, while we are mapping our way, we are going to find out if the voice assistant is going to get us directions. Right, so we're going to bump up the volume. Okay, it has the radio working there. So, speaking of the drive, I have driven like a few automatic cars in the past here, and the one thing that feels slightly slow is a pickup when you literally start the car from ground zero, especially in an automatic. But the Honda City just glides. Like, I've barely tapped on the accelerator, and I haven't even put it in sports mode in regular drive, and it's just a breeze. Of course, it is a sedan which is competing with the likes of the Hyundai Elantra, which also we had the ability to spend some time with. You guys can check that out as well. The steering wheel feels slightly stiff in not a bad way, because it gives you the illusion that you have more control of the direction in which it's going. Now that we've stopped, you have the standard ability to put the seat back, front, and not only the backrest, but also the ability to increase the height by pumping the pump action up and down, which is something we've seen in other cars as well. Coming back to the infotainment system out here, as you can see, it's a dust magnet, which is something we saw with the last generation Honda City as well. You can see that in a country like India, it is going to pick up a lot of dust on the air conditioning controller. You have the engine start-stop button on the left out here, and eco mode on the right, and the central infotainment system is very easily accessible. You have a bunch of physical buttons which can take you home, menu, the voice control, and back. On the steering itself also, you have the ability to pick up a call, reject a call, and the voice assistant itself. Paddle shift, the ability to navigate the infotainment system and the volume from the comfort of your steering wheel. and of course cruise control on the right. So it is still the same familiar feeling you get when you are driving the new Honda City on the inside. Yes, there have been some aesthetic changes if you compare it to the last one. The biggest change of course being the infotainment system, but when it comes to the drive, the feeling of familiarity, the instrument cluster that is there right in front of you, we've seen this before, and it's a good thing that it's still here. So fact of the matter is that I'm so used to driving a manual car that out of habit I always have my left hand on the gear, and then I'm like, oh, this is, you know, paddle shifts right here to shift down, shift up. And I have always felt that an automatic car is for people that cannot have the ability to drive in traffic. And I think I'm wrong, because the drive in this car is so smooth, the pickup is so good. A couple of weeks ago I went out and test drove the automatic Baleno, for example, and the pickup was like really slow. I mean, you don't get the feeling of being young and driving a nice manual car in automatic, which is why you drive a manual car. You can drive up in the first gear as much as you like, but in this car all you have to do is just pull the paddle shift down, tap the accelerator a little bit, and you're zooming. Like in no time at all, on a short empty stretch I was hitting 80, and all I did was put it in drive and tap the accelerator. The steering wheel is stiff enough to give you the illusion of control. The drive is smooth. This is I think this is the CVT, this is the petrol engine that we have out here, and it's silent, it's good. At the presentation, Honda said they've done a lot of things to keep the diesel engine quiet as well. The only thing you can hear humming inside the car right now is the air conditioner, because we've switched off the music system, and that's a very good thing because it's a hot summer afternoon. So again, talking about the AC, as you can see, I am lifting a layer of dust from it, and so it has a bunch of features which we'll run through quite quickly. Of course, you can control the speed of the fan from the left, the temperature from the right, the front and rear defogger, the location of the airflow, switching on and off the air conditioner, and of course the auto mode where it will set the temperature to auto. So let's say if I want it to be 22 degrees auto, it will adjust the speed of the fan. I can also control the flow of air with the mode button as to where I want it, whether front, back, or on the feet, or in a defogger mode. So as you can see, every time you come across a fork in the road, it is going to tell you which side of the fork you need to be on. I have the option to take a left and go straight, and the map is indicating that I need to keep going straight. A nifty little touch, but it kind of is stating the obvious. If you aren't very comfortable reading a complicated map scenario like the one we have in front of us right now, it'll always give you the option to show you a fork in the road. Also, another thing to note interestingly is the 3D model of the Purana Killa, which is showing up out here, and like we said in our earlier video, but this is actually a live look, that when you are near a particular landmark, it will show you a 3D model of that, which looks really interesting. Now we're going to do a quick comparison between the 2017 Honda City and the one that launched before that. So the first and most noticeable difference, of course, is the front, which has changed. You now have daytime running LEDs, which are there on the 2017 refresh of the Honda City, which is absent from the previous generation. Another thing that you will notice is that the chrome grille on the previous generation Honda City extends only between the two front headlamps, whereas on the new one it kind of comes up like an eyebrow to the headlamps as well, giving it a more aggressive look, if you can say that. It also looks like the eyes now have an eyebrow on top. That's the kind of look it gives, and the daytime running LEDs of course add that sporty, funky look to the front. So that's a look at the front. Now the rear has also seen its share of facelift. As you can see, the positioning and of course this color scheme of the lights from transparent to red on the new Honda City versus the old Honda City. So yes, the rear also receives a facelift. Now we are sitting in the previous generation Honda City, and the first thing is, of course, it has 4 speakers but only 2 tweeters. The eco mode button has gone. The controls for the side view mirrors is the same. The steering wheel controls are almost exactly the same, of course, with the addition below the call, receive, call, end button. In the new one, we have the voice control button, which is missing out here. Coming to the entertainment system, it is completely different. This is the old entertainment system that we have out here. The AC vents, the AC controls are exactly the same. The instrument cluster is pretty much the same. The lighting scheme has changed a little bit, the LED lighting inside. But apart from that, the placement of the RPM meter, the speedometer, the fuel gauge, all of that remains the same. Another addition, or rather subtraction, in the old variant is of course the lack of one USB port. You have an aux port out here, you have the power outlet, a USB port, but no HDMI port, which is present in the new variant. This is of course a manual transmission. The one we've been driving, the 2017 edition, is automatic. And another thing that is of course present in the top of the line 2017 Honda City is the sunroof, which is absent from the old one. Once you power on the in-car entertainment system, you are greeted with the Honda logo and of course the cautionary follow traffic rules symbol. So now, as you can see, we are in the FM section of things, which is in case you're someone that likes listening to the radio. But long press the home button and you directly jump into the navigation system. So if you're someone that uses maps a lot, there is a quick shortcut for that. You also have the ability to control the voice from the console itself, or you have a toggle which is on the steering wheel if you want to control the voice while driving. Now, as we've shown you, the home screen is quite customizable. All you need to go is into the apps, figure out whichever app it is that you like the most, and you can have it as a part of the home screen. So you can essentially customize the home screen just like you would on a smartphone. Speaking of the apps, they are quite a few. You have 2 USB connections. You have the ability to link your phone via Bluetooth. You can also have your contacts out here on the phone, so you can actually connect it to take and receive calls. So let's quickly show you how to sync your smartphone to the in-car entertainment system. As you can see, when we go into the settings and click add device, you get to see the device appear in the Bluetooth settings of your smartphone. It may ask for a pairing code. Oh no, there just goes Honda, and confirm the pair code. And it's as simple as that, although we would like to tell you that it does not access the Bluetooth pairing settings when you are driving, so you will have to be stationary for that. As you can see, the smartphone has appeared out here, which means that I can actually essentially let go of my phone, and in a second after the phone book is synced, I will be able to access all my contacts. You can have the phone book sort by first name or last name, whichever way you have your preferences. It auto connects the minute you get into the car. You have auto answer as well, which is essentially the phone will ring for 1 or 2 rings and then it'll answer itself, so you don't need to press the answer button as well. But let's keep that off for now. So as you can see, the UI is very Android-ish. You have all the main settings on your left and of course a detailed look at that on the right. You can set preset volumes for the telephone and the navigation system. The display also, you have the ability to put in wallpapers just like you did on Android a really long time ago. Some of the old school Android wallpapers are here for those that are looking for a nostalgic feeling with this operating system. Of course, this runs on Android, but Honda has layered its own skin over it. Coming to the language and input, it does have English, of course, as standard, but it does support more Indian languages as well, which is what Honda told us yesterday when we were at the launch. Here you can see some of the system information. As you can see, there is no mention of which version of Android it's running. Now, the car essentially has 4 speakers and 4 tweeters. So let's quickly give you a glimpse of how it sounds. Well, so that was a quick demo of what the speakers sound like. It has 4 tweeters and 4 speakers, which do sound quite interesting. You also have the ability to control the equalizer based on your preferences. It has, of course, the standard preset of rock, pop, classic, jazz and more, but you also have the ability to customize the bass, treble and other settings yourself. Now, a very cool thing, which of course all the cars have, is the ability to fade the music in a particular direction. But out here you have the ability to do it using the touchscreen itself. So let's say I'm the one that wants to listen to all the music in the car and nobody else wants to be disturbed. I can turn that around. And now as I can feel it, the music is louder towards me. Now let's try to keep moving the music around. You can see how the fade and the balance keeps changing as and when I tap on a particular section. Okay, so it is very difficult to get it back onto 0, 0. There is no ability to drag and drop. But yeah, so if I want to drag it and drop it, you can't do that. You are just going to have to keep tapping and keep tapping till it comes back to 0. So that might be a little iffy in case you want to come back to the center after navigating which side of music you want to play on. Another cool feature about the Digipad in the new Honda City is the ability to connect to the internet. Now, as you can see, I've just switched the Wi-Fi on, and I need to switch on the tethering, which is the portable hotspot out here, and it'll connect to the internet on the console itself. Now, sharing this phone's internet connectivity via Bluetooth is what I have done. So let's see if I can actually connect to the internet on this device, since it's already connected via Bluetooth. So the Bluetooth Wi-Fi hotspot clearly did not work. Bluetooth tethering. We're going to try the standard portable Wi-Fi hotspot, which you essentially do in case you want to access the internet on your laptop through your smartphone. And we'll quickly go into the settings and see if 1+3 is available. Okay. Okay, so the keyboard is a little cramped, even though its recognition is quite correct. It recognized everything I put in quite correctly, and as you can see, 1+3 is now connected, and we can go into the browser and hopefully navigate the internet as well. So we did type in digit.in and go. And voila, with the power of the internet, we should finally have some visuals. We'll switch off the music in the background to save some network connectivity. Okay, our website looks very interesting. Continue. Okay, so security warning there. Okay, if that's going to keep happening, we're just going to go into... Damn, like Digit's website has the ability to make the infotainment system of a car go berserk. Okay, like if I press continue, I can scroll a little bit on the website, take a look at the article we did on the Honda City, and I'm pretty sure the pop-up's going to come again. There we go! Let's see if we can get rid of it and try another website. No! Oh my god, so how do I get out of this? Okay, let's try YouTube now. YouTube. Thank the Lord. Okay, so I can't like go on YouTube as well. Okay, so I have no idea how the browser is acting up. Yesterday in the demo unit that we had, it kinda... Okay, view certification accounts.google.com, Google blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Okay, fine. Cancel. Continue. I don't want to see a document, I want to see YouTube. Finally. Okay, I give up. Obviously, this isn't a perfect browsing system because clearly I cannot even watch a simple video on YouTube to show you what the screen quality looks like, because this message keeps popping up, which, you know... Okay, Honda, you really need to do something about this. If this is a unit issue, it's fine, but if other people are going to try to do this, I'm pretty sure it's going to lead to a lot of not so happy driving experiences.
Try opening Honda's website.
No, it's too much of an effort. I'm sorry, I give up.
Try it. It's interesting.
My producer here says I need to keep trying. Okay, continue. Honda. Okay, just Honda. It should come to Honda's page, right? Which one? Wait, all these are ads. Okay, so this is Honda two-wheeler, Twitter for Honda, Honda Car India. Okay. Yes. This is the India... So every website essentially has security certification issues, something that Honda really needs to fix if this is what the experience is like in the car. And I give up. The fact that you have a browser out here is very, very cool. We also don't have the MHL cable, but actually you have an HDMI port right here with which you can connect an MHL cable onto your phone and watch the videos that you have. And of course, on the built-in storage, you have the ability to store some songs like we showed you. It has about 1.5 GB of built-in storage. Let's see how much of that is actually free for the user, because this car looks to be a little empty when it comes to anything preloaded. So yeah, about 1.4 GB is what the user has. And of course, you have an SD card slot out here with the ability to update it. So that in a nutshell is essentially what the infotainment system of this car can do. And next up, we will take a look at the instrument cluster. The 2017 Honda City has the same instrument cluster as its predecessor, with the biggest change being the lighting scheme. The left has the RPM meter, the center has the speedometer, and the right has the digital fuel gauge along with the mileage gauge. Honda has followed a "if it ain't broke, don't fix it" policy here, and we're okay with that. Now I am sitting in the back and I have adjusted the driving seat to my comfort, and I like to keep the back a little straight, so I have more knee room, but generically I have a lot of leg room as well. So if there are 4 people in the car, it's very comfortable. For the 5th person, the center seating position might be a little uncomfortable, but the fact that the floor isn't highly raised is a very good thing. So 3 sitting at the back can be comfortable as well. You have the 2 tweeters at the back along with 2 speakers for all your entertainment needs. And of course, if there are only 2 people in the back, you have an armrest along with cup holders. You have 2 AC vents and 2 power outlets to charge your phones as well. And of course, adding to the slightly premium feel, we have LED lights which are in the center at the back and adjusting for the driver's seat as well. Now another interesting feature of the 2017 Honda City is the reverse parking assistant, and no, not the fact that it has a camera, but the fact that it has a variety of views. So it's really nice to see that you have a bunch of options while reversing, and we can actually show you how it looks in action. And change view and change view. Oh look, we're passing over a drain right now, and there's the drain and there's the wide angle. Last but not least, we'd like to talk about the mileage. Now, the Honda City drive unit that we were driving around town showed us an average of about 13 kilometers to the litre, and that's something that we expect the car to give. We were of course driving the ZX automatic variant, which is the top of the line variant. To conclude, we'd like to say that the Honda City 2017 was a pleasure to drive. Yes, it doesn't support Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, but hey, it has an all-new 7-inch infotainment system called the Digipad, which isn't perfect, but it is a start in the right direction. The new Honda City 2017 is available in 5 color variants and is available in petrol manual, petrol automatic and diesel manual variants. On your screens right now, of course, you can see the prices of all the variants, which are the ex-showroom Delhi prices. Thank you for tuning in, and for more videos like this one, you can subscribe to the Digit YouTube channel. We'll catch you in another video. Now, the first and most obvious difference that you will notice is the daytime running LEDs on the new 2017 Honda City, which are of course absent from doggies here. Kutaya kya? Yeah, so of course it's definitely worth 2 lakh. So D&D पे लेके जाना मांगता. And for a mere 2 lakhs more with such a tight, इसका steering wheel is इतना tight in a good way कि बॉस तुम slightly भी उसको maneuver करो ना तो ये करता है वो. कल बाल बनाए थे, आज बाल कम बनाया. जा अंकल क्या है? Oh my God, how do I get out of this?